Hey there, and welcome to the podcast Tiling Connect, hosted by Mark Moskwa. This show is designed to connect people with the best information intended to strengthen the business of tiling. To keep up to date with all the episodes, don't forget to subscribe.
Hey everybody, Mark here from Tiling Connect. Welcome to the show. Super lucky to have, I'm pretty certain this is our second international tiling contractor join the show today. We have Edwin Hoekman from the Netherlands, who I'm going to allow to introduce the name of his business shortly because it's beyond my vocabulary only. But we're very lucky to have Edwin on the show today. Love talking to tiling contractors around the world. He's going to share some amazing stuff with us today and talk about his journey as a tiling contractor. But Edwin, please welcome to the show and introduce the name of your business for us.
Thank you. My name is Edwin Hoekman from Hoekmantegelwerken. I'm 23 years old, very young. I started my business when I started tiling when I was 17. My dad is a tiler, so I learned a lot from him. I do this now 6 years. And I really like it. And I just want to keep moving, and I want to keep expand my business. And I do a lot of stuff that other tilers don't do, and I'm trying to improve myself every day.
That's awesome, buddy. That's really cool. So, mate, and I know that you and I didn't have a lot of pre-time beforehand because obviously we ran into a few technical issues, we'll call them today.
Yes.
That's okay. Mate, 22, still, you're at the...
23.
23. So you're at the sort of like the pinnacle of starting your career. You mentioned your dad was a tiling contractor. Talk us a little bit through where the inspiration came from with what you were doing with him, maybe as a kid, and what got you into the tools.
Yes, when I was young, it was very hard to make a choice what I will do in life. So when I get done with school, I just thought to myself, what do I want in life? You can earn money with millions of different ways, but it's important to get one thing and you're gonna keep on it. So I know a millionaire. He's getting millionaire with filled up with teddy bears. So my dad is tiling. So I thought to myself, I just go to do tiling. So I'm gonna learn from my dad. It's in the family. Maybe I'm gonna give to my children later on. So I'm starting when I was 17. I just go with the bike to the structure site.
Yeah.
And yes, I started with a company that makes very big houses and very big. It's very big tools, but only with smaller tiles. So I started with small tiles, and I didn't like small tiles. I really like to make luxurious work. So very nice work, big tiles, and to make something nice of it. And yes, I worked with my first company when I was a student for 2 years, and then I thought to myself, this is not the perfect company for me. So I get to another company. I worked there with 1 year, and I learned a lot. But outside of that company, I had a lot of my own jobs. So I worked 1 year with that company, and then I was around 21, and I started my own business.
Wow!
But I really wanted to get a mentor. Yeah. Because I'm very young. That time I was only 21. So I started to seek to a mentor, someone that help me a lot with financial stuff and something like that. So I found a mentor, and he's still with me. So I'm going to learn a lot from him. But I have my own mix of my own tiling. So I like to make tiling sinks. I like to make tile push buttons for the toilets, and I do every now and then 45-degree angles. Work with a lot of epoxy. Yeah, and I want to give Netherlands a nice style of tiling, because I think the tiling industry in the Netherlands is very low. It's very cheap. Everything needs to be fast. Everything needs to be so cheap, and you just run around and everything fast. And I don't want that. I just want to make nice things. So yes, I'm now 23, and 3 days ago I had my company 2 years.
Wow.
Yes.
So, mate, you and I have got a few things in common then, because Tiling Connect is the way that I've set it up. We're just about to hit 2-year-old, and I believe that having mentors is an incredibly important part of any business journey, right?
Yes.
And finding the right one. The mentor that you have, are they a tiling contractor, or are they more of a business savvy entrepreneur?
Both.
Yeah, they're both. Okay,
both.
Wow.
Yes.
And how did you find? Like, how did you select, I suppose, is probably the better way to put it, what sort of mentor you wanted?
You need to be patient. When I work for a job, they hire a lot of ZZP'ers. We call it ZZP'ers in the Netherlands. So people that work on their own. And the companies, they hire a lot of them. So I just waited, and when one of them, they come to the job site, I just ask him a lot of questions, and very personal questions. I want to know everything about them. So and when you do that, you're gonna see someone say they understand it, someone they don't understand it. So I'll be very patient. And one day, a man he came on the job site, and I asked him questions, and I thought, yes, this is him. So I'm just working very hard before his eyes. And then I'm just going to call him and say, listen, I really want to work with you. What are the options? And then it goes around 3 months. And then he calls me and he said, yes, you can go with me to a job site, and we're going to work together. So when we did that, and just the first day he says, you are with me now. So I quit my job and I just started. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yes.
And your mentor, has he got a couple of decades worth of experience, or is he much?
1 decade.
1 decade. Okay, so he's got some good tenure under his belt.
Yes, but he's a very smart man, because he has a lot of bad things happen to him in his life, so he's gonna be strong and mentally. Yes, it's just a smart guy. And if you want to learn something, you have to find someone that lives a life that you want. And he has everything I want in life. So I'm going to learn from him. Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool, man. I mean, we talk about it. I talk about it a lot on the program, but we do speak a lot about you learn the greatest lessons in life from the biggest mistakes or failures that you encounter. And that's true. Yeah, it's a saying that will resonate in any different industry and any sort of volunteering that people do. But it's always good to sit back and look at your wins and your successes and how well you've performed. They certainly aren't necessarily the things that drive you forward and give you that growth that you need. They're sort of just the feel good things that happen along the way, and you've got to put them aside pretty quickly, because your biggest mistakes are the ones that you learn the most from.
Yes, of course. And I want to achieve something in life. Yeah. So if you want to achieve something in life, you're going to work very hard. You don't go to party. No, sometimes I go to parties, but not that much. Sometimes I work 7 days a week with 12-hour shifts a day. So it's very hard, but I want to get something in my life, and I want to be someone when I getting older.
Yes.
The parties, they don't go away. So I work now hard so I can enjoy the parties later.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, life's a party, right?
Yes, of course. I enjoy every day. Every day is I enjoy.
Yeah. Well, mate, look, we'll come back to that. I'll park that question for later, because I will talk about that at the very end. But it's important. It would be important for our community to understand a little bit about where Edwin wants to go in his future. But let's just roll it back for a second. Let's talk about tiling specifically, because obviously that's a big part of our community, and we have the mantra that we're strengthening the business of tiling. And I'd like to know, from your perspective, what sort of aspects of tiling do you find most rewarding, and if so, what do you consider it an artwork, and if you do, why? Like, what's your perspective on this?
What I want to do, I want to make really nice things. So I'm going to take my time for a bathroom or a toilet, and I'm going to make something nice of it. Because if you want to make it, the people you make it for, they see it every day. So even the smallest mistakes, people are going to hate it. So what I like to do is I take my time for a job and want to make it perfect. We are not robots, we are humans, but I want to make it just about perfect. And what I really like to do is make the 45-degree angles, because if you look in Holland, they really like to work with the dialing strips. You know the strips?
Oh yeah, we call them angles here in Australia. Yeah.
Yes, just that the metal strips.
Yeah.
I don't like them. I just don't like them. No, because it's cheap and it is fast. They use it in the Netherlands, but if you got the metal strips in a 45-degree angle, even if it's just perfect and you get it together, you always see it. You just always see it, and I don't like it. So what I want to do is I want to cut the tile at 45-degree angle and I fill it up with epoxy. Epoxy is a little bit harder to work, but the end result is just so nice. But the only issue here in Netherlands, everyone wants it fast and cheap. And if you want to cut everything 45-degree angles, you are just days more of work. And some of the people, they don't want to pay. So sometimes it's very hard for me to do the style I like here in Netherlands. So but I'm trying.
Mate, you're coming in at a very good age to be able to try and influence a change in the marketplace. We have very similar challenges here in Australia. The consumers are very educated to haggle and negotiate a contractor for a low price point. We have tiling, which is a finishing trade, so it comes in at the very end of the building process. By then, a lot of consumers have already spent their money on other light fittings and all wonderful kitchens and bathrooms and stuff, and then they get to the tiles and they just go, well, this is my budget, this is all that I can spend. But I certainly cheap and look, angle. I think tile trims or angles, as you've mentioned them, they are a very budget option. They're certainly not as prestigious or nicer looking as you call them 45s. We call them miters. So mitering that tile and then finishing it off is pretty awesome. And we've got a lot of people in our community starting to pick that up now and use that as marketing and advertising on their Instagram pages. And I think that's helped educating the marketplace that if you want that sort of quality, you're not paying the price for an angle. Like it's going to be probably twice, if not more, to do that sort of work.
Yes. And the only issue is I live in the east side of Holland. Yeah. And most of the people with a little bit more money to spend, they live in the west. So it's 2 to 3 hours drive for me. So sometimes it's very hard for me to do the jobs I like. And the other issue is in Holland, everything is so expensive. People here, they don't earn a lot of money. Holland seems really nice, but people don't earn a lot of money and everything is so expensive. If you look, just like everything, like the tiles, just food is very expensive here. Most of the people, they don't have enough money to get something what they want. And that's just sometimes really hard for me because I live too far away to make every day the jobs I want. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. So, yeah, that's you certainly mentioning some challenges that we have back here home as well with the cost of living crisis that I think a lot of countries are going through, particularly now, and particularly for younger people as well. Certainly, it's having greater impact on the younger generations, and they haven't seen these sort of hard times before where, typically you might pay a couple of dollars for a litre of milk. Now you're paying $4, $5, $6. It's
not normal.
No, it's not normal. It's not normal at all. We can only hope and pray that it gets better soon.
Yes, because you've got to work very hard.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. So tell me about the work that you do. How do you ensure quality on every project that you touch? What are your steps? What are your measures?
So you mean if I go to a bathroom, how do I get the product I want?
Yeah, how do you deliver deliver a great project as per the client's expectations or exceed it? Like what do you make sure that you do to get that amazing result?
Yeah, so I check everything in the bedroom. So I mentioned this in Holland, it's very fast and cheap. And so if you go to a bathroom, most things are not the way I want. So I'm gonna make it the way I like. So sometimes I'm gonna break something down and build it again. Sometimes I fill up the wall. Yes, so good quality of work is I make everything perfectly level, and I can. Sometimes I don't know the right words in English. We call it sound cement, so spacey. You have sand and a beton model. You mix it, and you can get a floor and an easy drain, something like that. So I make everything perfect. Yeah. The walls I make perfect, and then I'm gonna go with the tiling. And
so you screed the floors? Sand, cement, screed?
Yes. Yes, perfect.
Yeah.
So I make everything perfectly level, and what I really like to do is make envelopes with drains. I really like that, but it's much time. And I backbutter every single tile. If it is a small tile, a big tile, I backbutter everything.
Yeah.
So make a good quality of work, you need to backbutter everything, you make everything perfectly level. Even if something is not level, you're gonna make it level, because you don't want to have different cuts. Even with small tiles, it's very important to make everything 100%.
Yeah.
So that's just starting. And with the grout, sometimes I use epoxy grout, but I'm a little bit allergic for that. So I get very nice bubbles and itchy and something like that. So just most of the time I use normal grout. But with the small tiles in the bedrooms, I just use epoxy grout, and it was very long handcuffs and mask and glasses and stuff like that. So so good quality, make everything perfect level, backbutter everything, and just a good set of tiles. Because if you have cheap tiles, they have size difference, they are not perfectly angled, and you just don't get nice end result.
Yeah, nice. It sounds like you've got a very thorough process that you go through, which is really good to hear. Particularly some of the techniques there that you mentioned. Some of the techniques that we see often. We have a Facebook group called Tile Geeks, and you're probably familiar with it. I'm sure there's a local one there. I know there's a big one in America. We've got a big one here in Australia, and certainly there's the people in the community aren't shy in pointing out bad tiling work from other contractors on the site. Of course, they generally never know who the tiler was that went there and did the work, but there was one the other day where there was just a whole bunch of spot fixing adhesive on the walls, and someone was pulling the tiles off, and there was probably less than 60% coverage from the back of the tile to the wall. But not only that, they were using the glue as a packer to pack the tiles out to get the wall flat. So you're looking at that and you're going, well, you probably got about 30% adhesive coverage holding up a porcelain tile that's got less than 0.05% absorption. That job was never going to survive.
No.
So, but it's good. It's good to have thorough processes, because if you don't, a $5,000 or $10,000 bathroom can cost you 3 times the amount if you have to go back and redo it. I find it astonishing that people still think that they can get away with delivering that sort of workmanship and not be held accountable for the problems that occur 3, 6, 9 months down the track. I mean, it's crazy.
Yes, what I mentioned in Holland and Netherlands, the quality is just low, I can say. It's not that good. So what I do for back covering, I just backbutter it, and then I go with a fireplater around it. So I have just full coverage.
Yeah.
And I use one sometimes, because sometimes walls are a little bit worse in Holland, because they don't have perfections. So I'm just gonna get just one size bigger size to 1.5. So you do it to 1.5 and 1.5 on the tiles, just very much lime. And then I'm gonna with the vibrator. So you have 100% coverage. And because if you size up a little bit, you can fill up the little holes or the little sides, and you can make it perfectly level with full coverage.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Yes.
Mate, do you tend to get yourself involved in the design part of a bathroom or any of the tiling that you do, or do you leave that up to the client?
Most of the time, the clients already have the tiles and everything, so I don't have influence on that. And sometimes I go with the clients and they have very bad tiles, so very cheap and not things that I want, but I need to earn money. So sometimes I do the things I don't want to do, something like that. I still I'm trying to make it perfect with the products they buy. Yeah. But yes, I don't have influence, but I'm gonna start my own business. I'm my own tiling shop. I'm 23, just so I'm gonna start small. But I want to do something with the VR build, so people can view the new bedroom with the VR build. So we're gonna make a 3D tekening. How do you call it? The 3D.
Oh, the like
design.
The CAD design, yeah.
Yes, and you're gonna put up the VR build, and they're gonna give a look in the new bedroom. So that I want to start. Yes, but I'm gonna start small because I'm 23. Yeah, and I'm gonna start small, and maybe when the time is good, I'm gonna go up.
Awesome. That's cool. That's very aspirational. That's really cool to hear. Mate, tell me, I know you're still young when it comes to being in the trade, and that's perfectly okay, but you've still got 6 solid years of really good experience.
Yes.
Have you...
6 solid years with every day, every week, 60 hours of work.
Exactly, right? So that you know...
No vacations.
Mate, tell me, have you had like a really challenging project that you've had to work on, and you know, if you have, how did you overcome, you know, one of the things that was just not going your way on the job?
Not going my way. Maybe when I was a student, I had a really hard time because I had really hard teachers. You know, construction-wise, people are really hard on students. Yeah, they're not easy on them. They're very hard and they do the very bad shit. So sometimes when I was a child, I messed up something, but I recovered it, of course. But when I'm getting older and when I started my own company, when I work for a job, I get my own jobs, and there I learned a lot. And I want to do every day better and better. Even if a method is good, I'm still trying to seek something new. So what I will do, I pick up my phone and I just watch in my spare time every day tiling videos with very good tilers. So Terry Tyler, voorbeeld. So yes, I'm just gonna learn something new. And when I have a difficult job, I just love to do it. If it is more difficult, I more love it. So give me every job that is very difficult, and I just gonna love it, and I just gonna make it nice. And I just take my time for it. I just like to do challenging stuff because I'm very young and I'm very motivated. I'm very driven. I just want to get only the difficult stuff.
Awesome.
I very like that. Yes.
I like it, mate. You'll have to make a trip to Australia at some point and come and do some work experience over in the land down under.
Of course.
There's plenty of challenging jobs over here you could tackle and sink your teeth into.
Lovely, but what I see is every country, every different, every country everyone does it different. I live in Holland, and people in Deutschland, they're tiling very different. They just have other methods, and it's very different. So you can't compare the Netherlands to Deutschland, to Australia, England. It's every country is very different.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Mate, tell me, like in your trade, particularly now being a what we call a sole trader, or you set up your own business and you've got that up and running now for a couple of years. How do you sort of keep up to date with all of the latest tiling trends and technical stuff that happens in the marketplace? Give us a look at that.
Is what I mentioned is I just, in my spare time, when I have time, I'm just going to watch tiling videos all around the world. And there I'm going to get much inspiration and I learn a lot from them. Really a lot. And that's what I do with Instagram. I'm trying to do that for the people around the world. And I just watch every day the tiling content. I don't want Netflix. I don't watch YouTube. I don't watch movies. I don't go to party. It's only me and tiling. If I have spare time, I just want to learn something new on my telephone. Yes, and I have my own how do you call it? I just have my own shop, and that's in my spare time. I'm gonna make tile things and do new stuff, and I'm trying to use new methods on tiling. And if I have mastered something, then I'm going to give it to the client.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
Do you so where do you at the moment? I know you've got your own shop, but do you or were you buying your materials and tools and stuff from another shop? And if so, do they hold events and things where you can actually go and talk to the representatives from the different companies like IQ Power Tools and stuff?
Yes, with IQ Power Tools, they found me on Instagram, and when I buy certain tools or materials, what I say, I have a mentor, and he has very large, what do you call it, connections around Netherlands.
Yeah.
So if I ask him something, he sent me someone, and I go to there with materials or something like that. So yeah, it's very good to have a mentor, someone who's ahead of you. So you're gonna give them a call, and they're gonna give you someone, and you're gonna go to them. Yes. So you're gonna meet new people, something like that. Yes.
And I mean, generally amongst the community here in Australia, a lot of the contractors will know each other. You know, whether they're tiler to tiler or tiler to plasterer, or they all sort of swim in the same circle. So, the builders will know the guys, and then the sparkies and the chippies and all this sort of stuff. You have is it very much the same there, where you've got you probably find if I asked you to look at your iPhone, probably every single person in there would be a tradie of some description, except for Tim, of course.
Well, most of them. The world is big, but almost in construction, everyone knows each other. So if you work in the east, west, south, everyone knows each other. Now I have my Instagram. I have now 7,400 followers now. So it's just
nice. Well done.
It's a lot in Holland, because Holland is very small and very small with constructions. So I have a lot of people in construction. They follow me and I follow in the back. We talk to each other. So yeah, the construction site is very small. Everyone knows each other. So if you mess up something, everyone knows. So I just want to make something good, and I take my time for it, and I just want to make nice work, and I like it to give my information to others and others to give it to me, because most of the tiling guys are very much older than me. Most of them are twice my size, of 10-year plus experience, and I talk to them a lot. Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
And I get messages every day from nice work, and I try to reach out to new people and trying to see how they do it. And when I see someone doing the meter tiles, the 45-degree angles, I directly follow them, and I directly send them a message, and I follow them back. So yes, it's a very small world here.
Yeah, absolutely. No, very cool, my friend. Very cool. And I imagine that you probably get this quite a bit, but if you're having conversations with homeowners or people that are considering a tiling renovation, what sort of advice would you give a homeowner before they even start thinking about that renovation?
I'm 23, and what I see, sometimes it's very hard to take people me serious. So because of my age, so it's very hard to do. But yeah, when I go to the homeowners and we go to in the bedroom and we start to talk, I just my Instagram, I have a lot of photos. So when they have askings, I have a lot of photos that I can show them and what I want to do, and just to get a clear view from what they want and what they can expect from it. Because of my age, it's very hard to take people twice my size take me serious, because I have that's I'm only young and I have a lot of tattoos. But when I started my Instagram with the photos, close-up photos, that's very important, close-up photos, because you can see the mistakes from far away. And what I really wanted to do is I will take photos from closer. I'm filming and trying to show the clients that, so they have a good, clear view from what they want in the bedroom and what I can give them. And at the end, it is all about their own opinions from what they want from me.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's cool. Very cool. Well, mate, as they say about fine whiskies and wines, as they age, they get better and better and better. And I'm sure that will be the exact same with you. And it will just be amazing as you clock up more experience and jobs under your belt.
Yes, of course.
Now, talk to me about materials and or tools. Like, what is it important to have high quality tools and brands and stuff of adhesives and grouts? And if it is, what's your approach on that? How do you tackle ensuring that you're using the best brands to deliver the best results?
Yes. What I want to do is, if something is good, I always search for something better.
Yeah.
So tools are very expensive. So once in a while I buy something new, and I'm just trying to do that. In Holland, Ruby.
Ruby, yes. Yeah, I know them well.
Yes, that's very big in Holland. That is very big. You know Sigma from Deutschland?
No, Sigma, yes. Yeah, Sigma Italia, yeah.
Yes. Italia, that one I really like.
Yeah.
But Sigma is just a little bit smaller in the Dutch. But I like Sigma more than Ruby, because it's all about perfection. And Ruby is good. Ruby is very good. But in my opinion, if you work with Sigma, you're going to get a lot more finer work.
Yeah.
Because it is all about the millimeters in tiling industry. It's just 1-2 millimeters.
Absolutely.
And if you got something and it's just 2 millimeters off, you're going to grind it, and it takes a lot more time to do. So what I use is Sigma slab cutters a lot.
Oh yeah, yes, I know them well.
I really like them, and the Sigma, the big tables. It's just a little bit more expensive, but you have just much greater time on the workspace. And with the grinding tools, I'm just gonna I try a lot. Proxon, the really small grinding machines. Proxon.
Yes, yeah, I've seen them. Yes.
Yes. I'm trying to use that a lot, and I use Makita a lot.
Oh yeah, nice.
Almost everything, the small tools with me are from Makita.
Yeah.
Because I just really like them. I think the price quality is very good, and you have a long life from that. So yes, I use Sigma a lot, Makita a lot. Sometimes I use Ruby tools, and I'm just going to search for new things.
Nice. And with regards to your the brands for your tile adhesives and your primers and your waterproofing and things like that, are there particular brands that are more prominent in the Holland market?
What you see on the internet a lot is Slutter waterproofing.
Slutter, yeah. It's all over the place, yeah.
Yes, it's all over the place. But what I mentioned in Holland, it's just much cheaper, and people don't want to pay for that. Because if you look in America, almost every first floor is made from wood. The whole house is made from wood. In my opinion, that is not good. I think in Holland and Netherlands, we built one of the best, strongest houses. We have in every floor beton. You know beton?
Yes, beton, yeah.
Yes, just very sturdy. So if you have wooden first floor, it's gonna shrink and expand. And if you have tiles, everything's hard, so everything is gonna break. So maybe that's why they use Slutter. In Holland, we almost don't use them. the only thing what we do is we make every corner so if there is a leakage, it just go in the beton and it's not damaging the rest.
Yeah.
So yes, if you look at brands in Holland, it's very different. We have Shernox, you know Shernox?
Oh, Shonox, yeah.
Yes, that's very good. So I use that a lot. I really like Shernox. So that's
they're part of the Sika family, aren't they? Now I think Sika acquired that brand.
Yes. It's just a very good brand, and I'm trying to how do you call it? I'm trying to search some new things. So maybe a new set of Bond. What do you call it? Bond, the lime.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know the word for it though, but I'm familiar with what it can do.
Yes. Just I'm trying to search new things because some brands the prices are really high.
Yeah,
the prices are really high, and sometimes I search a brand that's new on the market, have the same quality, the same hardness, the same but a much more price difference. So it's much nicer to the clients because they wanna get a pack of a lame for 30 euros. It's just very expensive. And so the smaller companies, what they do, they wanna competitive with the big brands, but they really low prices. Sometimes, as you're gonna experience, I go to my own store and I just make something, and then I'm gonna get a hammer and just gonna see if it is good. So I break it down. So I'm just gonna test
nice.
it. Yes.
Nice, very nice. There are a lot of the adhesive companies over in Holland. Are they really focusing in on low or no silica-based products for their powders, for the adhesives? Is there a lot of talk over there? Because I know IQ does obviously quite a bit around that space, but the glue companies?
No, I don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
No. Because I work with really big brands.
Yes.
And I what I mentioned, I test everything. But sometimes the really big brands, I'm just going to test. It's just not good enough for me. And when I go to one of the smaller companies, I am a small company, but I want to do it. I want to make it white. And when something is new on the market, they want to make it white because they want to be on the top. So they're gonna they want to compete with the big ones. And when you are big, you think, maybe I can save a little bit money on this, or maybe on this, on this, and this, and the quality is just getting worse. So I'm just going to test everything. I don't know much about specific ingredients or something like this. I'm just going to test it.
Yeah, nice. Are there any particular trends or innovations in tiling that you're excited about that are sort of coming up in your market there, or things that you're doing at the moment that you incorporate in your work?
Yes, I want. My style is I want to make every point just as nice as possible. Because what you have in Holland, by the drains, you have on the side, you have envelopes. But most of the tiles, they're just going to fill it with a small tile. And what I want to do is I want to make it to the envelopes. Because if the water drops on it, it's always going to go to the drain. And what I really wanted to do, what I have a lot of clients, the tile push buttons from the toilets. The clients really like it, and I just really like the view of it, and I really like to make it with the 45-degree angles with the miters. Do it with epoxy, something like that, and tile sinks. If you have all of it together, we have just such a nice end result, and that I really like.
Wow. So are you saying that you're putting tile over the top of the buttons and stuff for the toilets? Is that what you're doing?
Yes.
And recessing it into the wall so it all just looks flat?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
So if you have a nerve, you can get a nerve on the push button, and I silicone around it. So maybe you never go back there, but if you need, you can push it out. So that's very
right.
Yes.
That's nice. Is there a few pictures or stuff on your Instagram page?
Yes, there's a lot, and there comes a lot more because now my Instagram is just blow up, a little bit blow up. So yeah, people see it, and most clients they want to get it too. So yeah, in the future there are just a lot of work like that. Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about your Instagram page. You just said about it blowing up. What's your trick? What's your tip? Like how has it blown up for you? And what did you do to, start getting more followers?
Yeah, sometimes it's very hard. Sometimes I don't know my own mistakes, but I'm very criticized on myself and I'm just very hard on myself. And I want to learn from myself and I see if I can find the mistakes that I made and I'm going to improve it. But the tiling industry is not that much in Holland. And if you look at the other big accounts, they have just a lot of followers. And it's very hard for me to reach out to that amount of followers. But I'm trying. I just have one video that is 1.1 million views. It's almost saved 21,000 times and 20,000 likes, something like that. And
wow.
Yes, I see a nice lineup. So I'm just trying to do it every day. But what I mentioned earlier, I don't have every day the jobs that I wanted to do. And sometimes I think this is not worthy enough to put it on my story or put it on my Instagram, something like that. So sometimes it's just a delay of videos, and that's a shame sometimes.
Yeah, wow. That's cool. Very cool.
Yes. And I want to make videos to learn people some new things. So how I make tile things, how I do the epoxy, something like that. But sometimes I think when I work on the clients and I work by hour, I just work sometimes by the hour. You can't just put the camera all day on your side and just film all day and do every day because it is not nice to the clients. They pay you by the hour, and if you always filming, always do stuff with the camera, they think this is all about the Instagram. No, it's all about the tiling. It's all about the tiling and the end result. So what you see, most of my Instagram is just end result, and sometimes I do something. I just put the camera there and then I go into tiling. So yeah, some times it's very hard, but I'm trying to do my best. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Good on you, brother. That's awesome. So, mate, we're halfway through 2024. Do you have any? Have you got any plans for sort of work, rest, or play for the rest of the year, or are you just working your tail off?
Yeah, next month I have a really big room where I can just build really big tiling things. What I have now is just a garage box, so very small. If I am 23, and if you want to do something, you gotta start small. So that's what I gotta do. I just start small and then slowly improving myself. And I think end of next year, end of this year, and the start of next year, I'm going to open my own tiling shop with the VR grill or something like that. So yeah, I just going to make everything a small step. Because yes, I'm 23. I don't have enough money to buy everything I want and to do and invest everything because it's just a lot of money in Holland, and it's just I take risk, but not too high a risk, So I start small, and when something is going good and something I sell and I think, this is good, then I'm going to take a bigger risk. And that's what I'm going to do next month. I'm just going to rent a very big space that I can, upgrade my tiling things. Yes.
That's cool, buddy. No holidays planned this year?
No.
Working hard. I like it. It's
in summertime is just so busy. It is so busy, and I have in September. I have 1 or 2 weeks off, and what I do is I almost everywhere I'm trying to do. In February, I go on vacation because it's my birthday, and then I'm just gonna take 1 week off.
Nice.
But
and
most of the time is working.
And you'll be 24 next year, so it's even better.
Yes, of course.
Nice. Well, Edwin, mate, that sort of wraps up all the questions for today. One of the things that we do really like to do, though, is connect in the guests that come on the show with the community so that people can feel free if they wanted to reach out to you directly and have a bit of a chat and or get to know your business. How is the best way for people to connect with you directly?
Via Instagram. The name you see, Hoekmantegelwerken, that's the name for the Instagram. It's just the same name, and if you have any questions in English, just ask him, and I will send him something back. And but in the future, I want to make some YouTube shorts, maybe TikTok. But like I say, sometimes I just work 12-hour shifts, and it's just sometimes very hard for me to keep everything up to date and to take spare time and to do because editing is just a lot of work.
Oh, it is.
It's just a lot of work. And to make great contacts, it's just hard sometimes. But I'm trying to do my best, and I have some spare times, I'm just gonna focus more on Instagram. And I need to have a good job for that. So yes.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I hear you, brother. It's editing and digital media content creation and all that sort of stuff is a lot of work. I mean, you go to work 5-6 days a week, and then you've got to put it together.
I'm very bad with computers. Yes, I'm very bad with computers. I'm working with my hands, and computers is just sometimes it's a mystery for me. So I don't know much about computers. So most of the time is from my phone. With computers, I don't know anything. So I edit everything on my cell phone. So yes,
nice.
Just a look at yesterday, I just don't know.
Mate, I'm still learning every day too. Trust me, at my age. I spent most of today doing digital media content creation for the businesses that I have, and a full day. Had a couple of breaks in between, but it's Sunday here, and tomorrow I get up and get to do it all again because then I've got another job that I've got to go to. So it's when you try to build something and create something from the foundations upwards, there's always a lot of hard yards in the beginning before you can start to a few high fives and really sit back and enjoy the reward from what you've built.
Yes, what I do now is I planting the seeds, and then later in my life I'm going to harvest. So
absolutely.
I'm going to work. If you work now, you got to enjoy later. But if you enjoy now, you got to work later. So I'm just going to work now, and if I work now, I'm going to enjoy later. And if I enjoy now, I'm going to work later. So I just want to work now and enjoy the rest of my life later. And I have 2 students that I want to learn. I have
That's awesome.
2 students, yes.
That's awesome. But it is important though to take breaks through your journey because you can't work 365 days a year because that's just burnout. But make sure you schedule in breaks. Yeah.
Yes, I'm very young and I have a lot of energy. So yes, sometimes I just work 7 days a week straight because I really like to do it.
Be kind to yourself, brother.
Yes, of course. Sometimes I take just days off.
Thanks again for being on the show. Really enjoyed having a chat to you today. It was, we had a few stop-starts. We got there in the end, and we will obviously put in the show notes all of your contact details when the episode is ready to go to air, and we'll ensure that the community can get access to you. And but mate, like we say it on every show, till next time, stay connected. And Edwin, thank you so much for coming on Tile and Connect and being a part of our community.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Tile and Connect. Don't forget to rate and review this podcast. To see more of Tile and Connect, jump on our socials and follow us via LinkedIn, Instagram and Facebook. If you'd like to be part of the show, email us at tileandconnect@gmail.com. Until next time, stay connected.